Welcome to the LGBT Pridecast. Today I have...
Hi, I'm Jen.
Hi, I'm Jess.
And I'm your host, Zoey. And thankfully, the second time around, I can do a good intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
It's okay. I had to do your intro last time for the RVB episode, and it was weird.
Oh gosh. So today we wanted to talk about... All three of us were at RTX. Actually, all three of us were Guardians. So,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We can talk a bit about that. So how was your guys' RTX?
It was... Okay, so I've been to a lot of RTXs, and this was legitimately the best RTX.
Right? It was fantastic.
Yeah, this was my second RTX, first one as a Guardian, and I enjoyed it a lot. My last one that I went to was in 2016, so, and I didn't do much because I was by myself.
Security horrors of last year.
Yeah.
Oh God, LineCon 2017.
See, I always get really lucky because I'm never in an area with lines because I'm tucked inside the signatures room. So like our lines are self-contained. There's a whole bunch of lines happening outside in the convention center and whatever. We got one nice little room. We're all good. I don't care about security out there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into it.
But this year was so much smoother.
It was so smooth. I was
every
worried
possible way.
with people being like outside. I just didn't want anyone to get like heat stroke or something. But because everybody had their badges mailed to them, it was just like it was clockwork. It was amazing.
Yeah, I never heard about anyone standing in line more than like 20 minutes, and that was like the initial rush on Friday.
Lines for panels apparently were also really fantastic.
Yeah, they made it so you could only line up an hour beforehand, and they were really good about actually enforcing it, which is awesome.
Because they've had that rule for a while. It wasn't enforced really like as a.
And
I
they
used
would
to
give
be
into it
Guardian.
like partway through the weekend.
Yeah.
But this year, everything just went so nice.
Yeah, I felt like it was a much more personal, like, RTX. Like, I feel like I actually heard about people meeting who they wanted to meet a lot more. Mm-hmm. I felt like I heard about people, like, just walking around on the floor a lot more. Mm-hmm. It was really awesome. It was really cool. And I got to see, like, so many neat people, like, just meet for the first time, like, stuff like that. It was just the normal stuff from RTX, but, like, better. It was
prime RTX.
Awesome.
It was just like all the good RTX experiences.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Jess, how was your first time being a volunteer, being a Guardian?
Yeah, it was fun. I was on the Expo team with Zoey and got to work with her a lot.
That's cool.
It was fun. I got to crush dreams. I'm just saying. I got to crush dreams.
We're not happy about it. Like, I hate doing it. Like, it sucks sometimes, but you have to do what you have to do, and we shouldn't talk about that too much.
That's one of the nice things I like about being signatures is everyone who's in the room already knows they're allowed to be in the room, so I don't have to break any hearts. It's like, hey, you just line up in this line, and then you get to meet your favorite people.
I shouldn't have said that I got to crush dreams. Oh well. Yeah, I definitely felt bad, especially for one particular reason, for one person, because they started crying. But I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this. I'm so sorry. I wish I could help you, but I can't. So
attendee tears are the worst.
Yeah. So I definitely felt bad for the person. So
is there anything you want to say to them right now? Maybe they're listening.
Redheaded lady, I'm sorry for crushing your dreams. I don't know who you were. You were in line to meet what were the Ruby music people. Oh my God, their names are escaping me.
Casey and Jeff.
Yeah, she was in line to meet them for because they did like an impromptu signing or something like that, and we capped the line, and she was wanting to meet them. I'm sorry that I crushed your dreams. Maybe next year.
Next year. Casey just opened a P.O. box so you could send them a letter.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was like no packages, just
letters.
She
send your fan mail.
Just letters. Yep.
Send your letters. Send your art. If you want to roll it up and stick it in an envelope.
Yep.
Yeah.
This RTX was also for RT LGBT specifically, we had our first live meetup and
Our
we
very
had
first ever.
just about 30 people, which
Yeah.
that was so incredible. And if you're listening to this and you were there, I want to thank you guys so much. Just I'm hope you had fun. Hope you ate some pizza and met some new friends. And I love you.
The day before the meetup, Zoey and I both independently tweeted, "Oh my god, I'm so worried it'll just be us sitting alone in the corner by ourselves, surrounded by pizzas." And then people showed up. And we played MDB, and we had lots of good chats, and we took a lovely picture that'll be linked here, and it's also on our Twitter, and just like we're sharing it everywhere. And it was so nice.
It was incredible, and I after that I got back to my hotel room and just started crying.
Oh.
No, in like a good way. Happy cries.
Yeah.
We had a podcast about this. Happy cries.
Happy cries.
Well, I'm glad I was able to attend that. It was fun. I had a lot of fun, so
Thank you for coming.
having it. Yeah. It was a blast.
So speaking of RTX meetups, we are currently working with the RTUK community group to organize ours. Preliminary info, it'll probably be Thursday, but we are developing a plan. There are several community meetups happening, and a couple of them are being coordinated with RT staff. So keep your eyes out. We will tweet that and share it everywhere as soon as we have more information.
That's going to be cool. I can't wait to see pictures from that. That's going to be awesome.
Good. I hope it's going to be good. A couple of the RTUK, like, their admins, they call them their fire team. We're working on some cool things.
That's so cool. Let
awesome.
me know if there's anything I can do to help with that.
Unless you want to fly to London, you know.
I mean, if I have the money, I would next year. Actually, I want to go next year. So
next year. Speaking of next year and RTX, did you guys see that RTX Sydney has been canceled?
I did. It was they said at least for 2019. They didn't clarify if that's all future RTX Sydneys, but instead they're getting Let's Play Live there.
They're doing a Let's Play Live tour, and I believe they said it was 4 cities, and it was Achievement Hunter and Friends, or was it 3 cities?
I thought it was 3, but I'm not entirely sure. And I saw a bunch of
It says a few cities.
Okay. I saw some backlash from some people about that.
It had some very mixed comments on Bethany's
people were
post.
either really excited or like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I hope it goes well, but I'm like, I understand people wanting to go meet like people from Ruby and stuff like that. And I guess you can go to like what they have, Hanabi, right? Is the name of the convention?
Yeah, they have a Fan Expo down there. They also have something else. But Hanabi is the company that usually runs it.
Yeah, and apparently it's like almost all of that is out on one coast, so the other coast of Australia is
which, to be fair, the vast majority of the population is on that coast with Sydney, so that makes sense why they put it in Sydney to begin with. But I mean, it does suck to be losing a community event. It's really cool they're getting some live shows, but I can see why people are upset. And hopefully Let's Play Live does really well. Hopefully they can do RTX Sydney again, but I know there have been issues with it in the past, and it's expensive to get to Australia, man. Especially to fly like a couple hundred people there.
Yeah.
Because I think they sent probably 30 or 40 people as guests, plus a bunch of support staff and, everyone to run the thing. So they're shipping, 150 people down there. That's really expensive. They're probably not making any money on it.
Yeah. Especially like people were saying that is Australia Rooster Teeth's biggest fan base outside of the US? I thought it was the UK.
There is some debate. We don't have exact numbers as far as I know, because that's a really hard thing to gauge.
Yeah, because people were like, "What are your biggest things outside the US?" And I'm like, I had never heard that. I had only ever heard UK personally. But I mean, I understand them wanting to have that big event there, but it's hard to get to. And isn't the current rumor about RTX, the next RTX, also in that area of the world?
There have been a lot of rumors. Nothing has been confirmed. I know they've talked about doing a new RTX, and I believe Bernie is the one who leaked that, because Bernie leaks everything.
Yeah, he leaked it in a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
my guess is they're probably doing that next year instead
Okay.
of Sydney. It's cool that they're doing Let's Play Live in more places. It's a good show, especially if they're doing Achievement Hunter and Friends, is what Bethany said.
Yeah, I
So
think
maybe
if they
it'll be
announce
Funhouse.
those other people, like
Yeah.
who it's gonna be, I think it might get a little bit better reception. But just saying "and friends" is a little ambiguous.
And it's possible they haven't nailed everyone down, they haven't confirmed everything yet, or there's some sort of contract where they're waiting for a certain time to announce stuff, which that's kind of how the business works. It's good that they told people about Sydney so that no one's like hanging their plans on it. But it would be nice if they had more information with it.
Yeah, I agree. I hope that whatever happens with that, it gets, I hope, maybe it comes back 2020 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that, it's if it's not profitable for them, I don't blame them for not going back, because that's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there are so many international people who come to RTX Austin, and a lot of Australian people went to RTX London because it's cheaper to get there than the US. So we'll see.
I don't know. It's it'll be interesting to see what happens there, and I'm curious if they do have another RTX next year. My personal bet, my guess, I want to stress this is a guess, Japan, and I think it would be a more Ruby centric. Ruby and Genlock centric.
Yes.
Yeah. That would make sense, actually.
I think Genlock would be a big push to have RTX Tokyo or whatever. The other rumor I've seen, like majorly, is Canada.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too.
Which
if it was in Toronto, if it was in Toronto, that would. I would go to that in a heartbeat. That is so much cheaper for me to go there, because that's like. I would go to that in a heartbeat. That's like a 6-hour drive for me, maybe.
It's more than that.
Let me check. I think it's a 6-hour drive. I'm trying
to remember.
I know it's about 6 hours from Indianapolis, because I know I went there from Indianapolis, and it was like a 6 to 8 hour.
Minneapolis to Toronto. Yeah, it's about 16.
Really? I don't remember for me, it is 8 hours and 14 minutes.
Okay. That's not bad.
That's not a bad drive. Yeah.
I mean, I would go to it.
Yeah,
so
I would go.
If it's in Tokyo, then I gotta start saving up for RTX Tokyo, because I'm not gonna miss that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go be a guardian in Japan. That's cool.
That would be dope. I've always wanted to go to Japan.
And there's that really cool convention center. I actually went and visited there when I went to Japan earlier this year. And it is it's like this upside down pyramid.
Ooh.
It's fucking cool. Like, I love that convention center. That convention center is just beautiful, and it's really big. And that's where almost every single. Oh gosh, let me pull it up.
Was it in Tokyo?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Ooh, that looks really cool. It's called Tokyo Big Site.
Yep.
Tokyo Big Site.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
went
known
there.
as the Tokyo International Exhibition Center. That looks rad. I want to go there.
And there's also a bunch of underground stuff too, I believe, and it's
it does look sick.
It's freaking cool. I would love to go there for that convention, and it's a lot of the I think Tokyo Comic-Con is there, and so that's just the perfect place for it.
That is so cool.
Yeah,
that looks so cool.
Yeah,
all right, I'm fully on board with RTX Tokyo now.
Yeah, and it's like a 15 to 20 minute. No, it's like a 20-minute walk from Joyopolis, which is the Sega amusement park.
Ooh.
Sega amusement park.
Yeah, and there's and not far from that is the life-size Gundam that transforms. It's
I just really want to go to Japan now.
Same here. Sounds dope.
You should. We should just take a group trip,
Three of us go to Japan.
Field trip. Let's go.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome, actually. Get one big Airbnb and split the cost.
My signing team from Austin is planning on making Sig's house happen at Austin. We're just going to rent out a mansion and put all 30 of us in there.
Nice.
It's going to be so good.
You'll have to like film the entire weekend when you guys are there for the
Yeah, we'll try
escapades
and
that you
get a
guys get into. Yeah.
Be like, hey,
And then
film
when they
this.
come-
we'll feature your product.
Yeah.
And then the second that they all come back from the last day, they all just pass out in beds, like perfectly in sync.
And then it ends credit roll. Oh, be perfect.
We're already planning what we're gonna make for breakfast and had a giant debate about waffles versus pancakes. And also, we have
Nice.
one person.
French toast.
We have
Nah,
one
French
person who's
toast,
fighting us that you need to eat cereal with a fork.
What?
What? Wait, what?
Yep.
That makes no freaking
I know!
sense.
I know!
That makes no
And
sense.
it's one person versus all 30 of us.
Ugh, oh man, it's
What
that's
is
so
this
weird.
person? I'm okay.
He's a monster.
I'm gonna try it to try it,
Okay.
but
I'm gonna see if I can
I'll
find his argument.
I will come back to this next week when I have tried cereal with a fork, and we'll talk about that. I'm gonna write this down. Try cereal with a fork.
Okay.
The ultimate debate: spoon or fork, which wins?
Just get a spork. Just get a spork.
Yeah, the
I
spork
mean,
is good.
I could get behind a spork. Okay, so his argument is no one wants to just ladle milk into their mouth. The cereal should be cold from the milk and barely wet, but not soggy. If you use a spoon and scoop milk and cereal, it's like a whale that drinks a ton of seawater when it opens its mouth for plankton.
I
Then at the
never
end,
thought
when you worked
about
hard
that.
and eaten all the cereal, you have a bowl of sugary milk to drink as a reward.
That's. I'm gonna try. I can dig that argument. I can dig that argument.
You get more cereal and less milk.
I'll try
with a
it.
fork.
I mean, I
I'll
guess.
try it. We'll
Okay,
see
you
how
are.
it
Makes
goes.
sense. I guess it makes sense. I don't know. I'm not 100% sold. I'll have to try it myself to see, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sold yet.
I'll try it.
We'll
and
revisit
I'll
this
let you
next
guys know. Yeah. I wrote it down, so I'll go try that.
Anyone else have
Oh,
anything RTX related to share real quick?
Not really. No. I think this RTX was really good for just kind of for us as a community group. We got to kind of really get to meet more people in the LGBT community.
And also
we got
just in
to
the Rooster Teeth community at large. There was a lot of
Oh, yeah.
community involvement between community groups, which is really cool.
Yep, and that was fantastic. RT World did their meetup.
With the bus.
Yep, that was fantastic. And I just if you're listening to this and somehow not super involved with a community group and you're thinking about trying it, just
Find
go,
your
like,
local community group.
Yeah. Like
Oh my gosh.
and come talk to us.
We'll find them
gonna
for
be doing
you.
game nights and stuff like that. We're having a movie night later this month that I'm gonna be posting about later today.
What movies? is that a
It's
secret?
between a bunch of Ghibli films, and we're gonna have
Okay.
We're on a Ghibli
a poll
kick.
for it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great. Can we do Princess Mononoke? Actually, no.
Sure.
Save that for when I'm actually going to be home, because I'm not going to be home. I'm about to go out
Sure.
of town for 3 weeks.
Sure, I'll save it. It's that, or I was thinking about doing potentially like a horror movie, more
Oh,
like
yes.
a,
Do that while I'm
like-
gone.
Okay. I just got A Quiet Place on Blu-ray, and I was like, we'll see we'll see how the votes go. I'll post what movies I have on DVD, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So to wrap up, RTX Awesome was awesome. RTX London is coming up. RTX Sydney is dead. Ta-da!
Yes, that's our RTX
Yay.
news.
And that's
Wait,
podcast.
not yay. Oh God.
All right. The
All
other
right.
topic we were thinking about for this week, well, we had two. Originally, we were going to talk about the Camp finale, but I'm the only one here who has watched it.
I've
Yep.
watched half of it. I've watched half of the newest season. I'm
Half
sorry.
of the
I-
season.
And I just don't watch Camp, so
So we'll talk about
Useless.
that maybe next week. We'll see.
sorry for being so useless.
I'll watch it. I will get through it this weekend, and I'll talk about it. We can talk about it next week.
All right. We'll talk about Camp next week. So
I'm gonna write that down
cliffhanger.
on my list.
I got thoughts. Yeah,
Okay.
add that to your serial list. The other thing we're talking about this week is back to school. It's back to school time. I know school
It
started
is.
here in Texas today. Pflugerville and Round Rock went back to school, and my store got swamped with teachers and families. That's great.
Oof.
But yeah, what's everyone's back to school experience like this year?
It's gonna be interesting. Mine isn't still for another half a month.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's September 4th for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of places, especially in the Midwest, do it after Labor Day.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
So I'm getting ready for that. This semester is gonna be hard because if you're a game designer or aspiring game designer, if you just know a little bit about games, you know there are two big engines in the gaming industry, which would be Unity and Unreal. I am learning both of those simultaneously.
Yikes.
Oh, wow. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, and at the same time, I'm also working on character visualization for games and what is it? Just more psychology on how to design games, as well as a class on the LGBT history in the U.S. So that one I'm excited about.
Yeah, that seems interesting.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for this semester, but I'm also like, this is gonna be a stressful semester, but it's also gonna be like make or break for me. So I'm getting ready to wind up on the bat.
Is this the halfway mark for you for school, or
yes?
Yeah.
Because I'm entering my junior year.
Oh man, excitement! So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yay!
I'm very excited for it. And I'm very stressed as well, but I've got a good feeling.
Yeah, that's good. You just got to go in with a positive attitude.
Oh yeah.
At the end of the day, that's really all you can do because you don't really know how it's going to shape out in the end.
Oh yeah. Yep. I'm ready to tackle what comes my way.
Good.
Yeah. At the same time, I'm also getting ready to organize. So I organize another group of people other than RT-LGBT, which is my college's Dungeons and Dragons Club of 80 people.
Oh boy.
So it's organizing all of those people into campaigns, making sure schedules line up, all that kind of stuff. So that's also
why is it that
big on my
D&D
plate.
groups are the hardest to schedule?
Because everybody's like, well, it's a priority to like some extent, but it's not the biggest priority, so I don't have to tell you when I'm not. I have a lot of salt for this because people just don't want to tell you when they can meet.
Because they say, oh yeah, I'm available every Thursday, and then every single Thursday they're like, oh, something came up.
And I'm like, I understand that this isn't your first priority, and it shouldn't be your first priority, but I'm also spending my time trying to coordinate this. So,
like, if this can't be the priority for that one, 4-hour period, just tell us. Just tell your DM or your organizer or whoever ahead of time. Please.
and people don't. And it hurts. It's I'm getting more used to it.
I wish I would have had something like that when I was in college. There might have been one on my campus, and I just wasn't aware of it. I would have loved to play D&D then.
I feel like it's come super into the limelight almost recently. So many people are more aware
Critical
of
Role
playing and talking and Critical Role and the Adventure Zone and just there's been a huge resurgence in D&D, and I absolutely am here for it.
I honestly feel like Critical Role was like the catalyst. Was the catalyst for it like a couple years ago. And now it's just finally coming to full fruition.
I don't think you could credit one show.
Oh no, I don't think it was one show, but I think that they might have been one of the early one of the early points.
But it was about the same time as the Adventure Zone, and the fact that there were two very large popular groups doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a collection of shows that made it come, and then everybody was like, "Oh yeah, D&D is a thing. Let's all play."
Because with those two came a huge rise in D&D podcasts. It's a huge thing now.
I had a D&D podcast. That was fun for 2 episodes.
Well, I have one, and like our entire Twitter presence is just us interacting with other D&D podcasts, and there's hundreds. There's so many exclusively D&D or tabletop role-playing game podcasts that have just formed this incredible community where everyone is just constantly talking to each other and listening to each other's shows and giving feedback and encouragement and friendly critique, and it's just I love that everyone is so into D&D.
Hey, if we didn't meet from RT-LGBT, we might have met from that.
Yeah.
It's another way that we could have met because we've almost met about a dozen times.
But we finally figured it out this year, so.
Yep, we did.
Yeah. Got some lovely tattoos to prove it.
Yes.
What?
Oh yeah.
Tattoos?
We got matching tattoos.
Okay,
That's awesome.
They weren't the same tattoo. I was already gonna get an
Okay.
Umbreon.
Well-
You were already gonna get an Espeon. We just matched up the styles.
Yes.
And the
but
tops.
I would still say they're matching.
Yeah.
That's
They're
really cool,
matching, but yeah, thank you.
And mine
we're
is
buds.
almost done peeling. Thank God.
Mine is done.
Took 12
Mine is
years.
thankfully done peeling.
Well, all the black has peeled, but all the blue is still there. Because I got a shiny
Yeah.
Umbreon because I'm that nerd. So.
Shiny Umbreon is beautiful though. So.
The thing is, I'm going to be getting another Umbreon eventually as well. So.
I think I'm just gonna stick with my Espeon for Pokemon.
Dude,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
take a wild
become
guess
that
that-
person who's just like covered in tattoos one day. That's
I
going to be-
wanna. I
I'm so ready
want to
for
be.
it.
I just want to have sleeves. That's my main thing. I would be okay with just sleeves.
I've been debating about getting a tattoo, and I have yet to do it.
Here's what I'll say. As long as you don't have a terrible first experience, it's addictive. Like you'll
Yeah,
get a
that's what I hear.
tattoo
That's what I
and then
hear.
spend like the next 6 months going, I need another tattoo, I need another tattoo, I need another tattoo.
I've
But
already.
I'm
been
now
saying
on the
that.
path of one a year.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Oh yeah, I guess this is. I got one last year, so this would be This I'm now also at one a year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because
Yeah,
I got my first one about 2 months after I turned 18. Because I had just moved out, because my birthday's over the summer, so I just moved out to college and like was doing my own thing. I pierced my own ears. I got a tattoo. And then I hid it for a while, which was fine. Whatever. And then I started getting them again, and now I just can't stop.
That's awesome.
Also, make sure, like, you can put whatever you want on your body, put art on your body. I like the idea that at least your first tattoo should mean something to you so that you're starting off on, like, the right foot with the whole process.
Yeah. I'd see that's the only reason why I was considering it. A friend of mine, we played video games all the time together. This is gonna be a little downer. Oh my god, sorry about that. But
okay.
he committed suicide a couple years ago, and we played video games. Like I never met him in person, but we made a connection through video games online. And I've been debating about. We were both huge fans of Mass Effect, and he got a tattoo, an N7 tattoo, and I've been debating about getting an N7 tattoo because we both love Mass Effect and to remember him by, because I was gonna get in the same place and the same style that he had. That's the only reason why I'm considering getting a tattoo, is just to remember him, because he was like a really good friend. He's one of my. I know we never met in person, but I can safely say he was one of my best friends. So.
Yeah.
And sorry for the downer there.
No, that's totally fine, and it's a good experience to share. No, it's not a good experience, but it is a good experience to share, so other people can hear it and like hear connections and stuff like that,
I think
which
it's a really
I think
nice
is
idea
great.
for a first tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for the last couple years, pretty much since it happened, and and I just haven't gone through with it, and mainly because I'm petrified of needles. I'm scared of needles really
it's
bad.
It's actually not that bad because it looks kind of like a funky glue gun. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it does feel a little bit like scratching, but it doesn't feel like an injection.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I was terrified of needles before I got my first one. So I made my college roommate, who I didn't really like, go with me. Just because I couldn't do it by myself. I was like, oh my god, I'm so scared. I want this tattoo, but I'm so scared. It's not that bad. Like, it hurts a little bit on, like, certain areas, but it doesn't feel like a needle.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know. Yeah.
It's more like a burning sensation.
I felt more like scratching to me. Except for there was a certain part where it did feel like I was getting stabbed a little bit. But not like needle stabbed. Just, ouch.
I guess it just feels different for different people.
Yeah.
For me, it's always felt like burning. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep that in mind. I'm still debating. It's an ongoing debate. One of these days.
Yeah.
One of these days I will say yay or nay.
Well, if you
Take
need
your
a
time with
tattoo
it.
artist recommendation, I got a girl in Austin.
Yeah.
And I liked her a lot,
Nice.
so I'm going to be going back to her. So I'm not going to tell anyone else because I don't want her booked up.
Next RTX, I'm probably gonna get. I want to get another tattoo. Not at the beginning before RTX. I'm gonna wait until after RTX probably.
Yeah, last
And
year I
do it-
did
that's
mine the
probably
Monday
just-
after, and that was much smarter. Do not do it right before RTX. God,
Okay.
that was a bad
That's
idea.
what.
But
Yeah,
then
it
you get
was.
to show
But
it off all RTX, which is fun.
yeah. Yeah.
So I got to do that because I was
Crap, I might do that then.
because because I'm one of those people who wear skirts just all the time. But because it's RTX, I'm going to wear shorts under my skirt because I'm just running around constantly. But Memento is just like constantly like lifting the shorts up to show my thigh. Be like, hey, I promise I'm not flashing you. Look at my leg.
Yeah, I might do that next year. I might, if I go to RTX next year. I'm hoping to go, but I might do that. I might get the tattoo then. We can all get a tattoo together.
Yes.
Probably not matching this time because mine is probably going to start getting more obscure.
Oh God! Now you've planned my next tattoo. I was still enjoying this one so much.
My next one is probably also anime related, so
I've got a couple like on the back burner of just like as soon as I'm ready to commit to which one I want to do, I have like an idea ready.
Yeah.
So, all right. Back to school. That's what we were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, back to school.
Yeah. So
Zoe, you're going back to school. What about you, Jess?
I've been out of school for the last 2 years now. I went through college, the undergrad. I went to grad school, and I'm debating about getting another master's. Not 100% sure yet if I'm going to or not. So I mean, that's sort of like going back to school, debating. Again, I have so many debates about life, but yeah, I'm thinking about going back to grad school. If I do, it'll be next year. I'm thinking of applying for getting a master's in English literature. And yeah, not 100% sold on it yet. I've been in talks with the school, with the program person that runs the program and all that, and they're really cool. And I would love to go, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to spend another 2 years in school again. I don't know. So it's a big commitment, going to grad school. It's worth it. So if anybody out there ever debates about going to grad school, I say go for it because it's worth it. It's worth the experience. It's a more focused experience than you would get in undergrad.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I thought about grad school a couple of years ago, but I was still working on my bachelor's. And now that I just finished my bachelor's, like I graduated 2 weeks ago, I don't want to go back to school again. Like I'm good. I'm done. I got my degree. I don't want to do that again because it was one of the most difficult things I've ever done. Because I had a weird process of college where I went to a school and then dropped out, went to a school and then dropped out, went to a school and then dropped out, and then went to a school and finally graduated. So I've been to 4 colleges in 6 years. I went to 4 different degree programs.
Oh, geez. Yeah, it's kind of similar to mine. I went to 2. I started off as a mathematics major and then ended up in theater. So there you go. I had different.
That's
very
like
weird path.
Night and day.
Yeah, and I went to 2 different colleges, but started off as a math major, went to journalism, and then went to film, and then ended up in theater, and then stayed in theater because I was like, I gotta graduate soon. Because by that point, I'd already spent about 4 years, and I was having to restart because I was going to a new school, and I was like, I'm just gonna stick with theater because at this point, that's what I gotta do.
Yeah, you just gotta get it done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I was 4 years, and then the new school was gonna require me to do another two years. Mm-hmm. And then I did an extra year because there was a class I really wanted to take. So I was just like, I'm going to push off graduation because I really want to take this class with this professor because I loved the professor that was teaching the class. It was a directing class, directing theater, whatever. I can't remember the class name. But I loved the professor. He was like my mentor. And so I was like, I have to take this class with him. So I will push off graduating a year to take this class in the freaking spring. So I had to do another full year. So... yeah, it was an easy that was an easy year because I just kind of took throwaway classes that didn't really matter. But yeah.
Because then you could just take the fun stuff.
Yeah, I took a lot of gym classes. Like I took weightlifting and tennis and racquetball. I took like gym focused like active things, and I didn't even realize they were classes until someone was like, "Yeah, just take these classes." Like, oh, that's a good freaking idea. So if you ever want to take easy classes, your school probably will have like a racquetball or a tennis class where they teach you how to play tennis and racquetball and all that jazz. And they're fun. Racquetball and tennis are amazing. I love them both.
So here's the thing. My school doesn't offer those because I'm going to school I went to school entirely online.
Ah, that's okay.
Because
yeah.
If you work at Starbucks, they have a partnership with Arizona State University where you can work at Starbucks 20 hours a week and get free tuition.
Oh, really?
Well, that's cool.
Great.
That's awesome.
Free tuition.
That is awesome.
But it also means you don't have things like you don't get very close with your professors because you never see them. You're across the country. and you don't really have any classmates because, again, they're all across the country in different places, and you never sit in a classroom with them, and then you don't have classes like those gym classes or a chance to form that mentorship connection with a professor.
Yeah.
Which I think is the only thing I regret about that decision, is that I didn't get that like in-person connection with anyone.
Yeah.
But it also gave me a lot of flexibility with my life to move across the country and not have to change my school.
Yeah. Yeah. There's pros and cons to doing online schooling and in class.
You also
schooling.
don't meet jerks. Yeah. You also don't meet the jerks at school that are like the stuck up ones in your field. So.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you still definitely get those in the discussion boards.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it also gives you that flexibility to make those connections other places, which is how I became so invested in Rooster Teeth in the first place. Is I had coworkers and I had classmates I never talked to, and then I had the Rooster Teeth community, and all except for 3 of my friends are from the Rooster Teeth community. Not to get sappy or anything.
Rooster Teeth just has a great community, you know. That's tooting our own horn there.
I mean, I agree. I am relatively new to the RT community. Like, I guess I started watching Funhouse like back in 2015, so I would say that's relatively new.
Oh yeah,
but I've enjoyed everybody I've met and talked to. It's been a nice little community to be part of. So.
Yeah. All right. Anyone have any other back to school related comments?
Just, no matter where you're at in school, just have fun. I mean, that's what you're there to learn, but you're also there to experience life and have fun. And don't let things get you down. School is school, and if you don't enjoy it now, doesn't mean it's going to always be unenjoyable. I don't know if I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does. Also, virtually every school has free mental health services of some sort. So if for whatever reason college is very difficult for you and you find yourself in a place like I did where you just can't go to class and you just like sit in your dorm room forever and no one ever talks to you, there's free help on campus. They want to help you. They want you to go to class and like be a human.
Yeah, they want the best. They want you to be at your best, and it's always nice to have that. So definitely, if you experience any kind of issues, whether it's just stress or depression or anything like that, it's always good to go get that help, because every school offers it for free, and they're more than happy to talk to you. I had to do that in grad school because I was moving around. Like, I had moved across country multiple times, and I was stressed out with my first semester, and I didn't know if I was making the right decision, and going and seeing someone and talking to someone helped me out a lot and reassure me that I want to get this master's. So it's worth it. It's worth it.
If you don't know where on campus to find that, just oftentimes even your professors will know. I know
also,
the
school
professors
website will tell you.
Yep.
Like, it'll definitely be on there. Like, hey, right here, please come talk to us. We want to help you.
And so just reach out and hopefully, you just should find something no matter what. Hopefully. And
take part in activities. There's always groups. There's always groups around campus, whether it's for anime or for LGBT or D&D, video games. There's always
a
probably
group. There's a weightlifting group. Like, that's what colleges are there for. Is they are just social groups.
Yeah, there's a lot of social groups that you can find, and join one. Have fun. Again, it's school, but you also are there to have fun. So make the best of it, because you're gonna make
friends.
Yep, make friends.
And
I
we're
know
proud
that probably.
Of you.
Yeah, very proud.
Do the thing. Get your degree. You get that dream job.
Make the world a better place by getting that degree.
Woo, a little pep talk there at the end.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we need to cover?
Nothing I can think of.
Keep an eye out for RTX London news. We'll have that
well
announcement probably this coming week or the week after.
Awesome.
Fingers crossed. We're working on it. Some exciting stuff coming up. If you're going to be at London.
I can't wait to see what's going on there.
Also, please let me know if you're going to be at RTX London, because everyone I've heard who wants to go to the meetup is not part of our Discord and only follows RT staff on Twitter and not us. So, hey, tell your friends about RTX London and our meetup.
And also, in probably the next, hopefully within the next month, we'll hear a lot more about Extra Life and how you can do that. I'm going to be working on making the sub-team on the Extra Life website for RT LGBT, and we're going to have those donations up until the end of the year, at least. So that's going to be really cool and going to help us with helping, kids and getting them. Yes, for the kids. Which actually, I want to get a for the kids tattoo now.
I have a for the kids pin.
I have one too. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more excited about Extra Life this year because now I used to work right next door to Dell Children's, so like I became familiar with a lot of the doctors and nurses and families there because they came into my work all the time, and I drive past it just like once a week when I go grocery shopping. So I really want to help the kids because now I know where all the kids are. And you can also support your own local hospitals too. You don't have to support just Dell Children's. You can support hospitals wherever you are.
For sure.
And we'll talk more about that when we have more news.
Yes. It's a little bit of a shorter podcast, but we're
got
still
those post-con blues. We're still working on it.
Yeah.
God, I miss RTX so much.
I just want to go. I want to go back to a con, and I'm going to a con later this month. But it's Wizard
I'm literally
World.
going to one in a week and a half, and I still just want to go back to RTX.
Yeah, right. I'm just like I'm going to Wizard World Chicago, and I'm just like I'm literally just going to meet the Team Ruby. That's literally the only reason I'm going. I will go there, have my photo op with them, probably get a couple signatures, walk around the expo hall once, and then leave. Because it's nothing. It's Wizard World. It's like cookie cutter con that's apparently not the greatest with their exhibitors, and I'm just like,
they have a bunch of different like outshoots, and I know some of them are better than others.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But like, I don't even care about meeting like personalities or staff or talent anymore. Like, I just want to go back and be shoved in the little tiny room with my 40 best friends. That's really all I want. I just want to be shoved in this little tiny room.
I just want to go back with my community. I want to go back and see my community more. I want to go back, have our RT LGBT meetup again.
Next year.
Yep. 320 something days.
Next
year. RTX Austin 2019, July 5th through 7th, 323 days from the recording of this episode.
Nice.
Oh boy, it's that
So it's
close.
actually like 319 or 18 from when it releases.
It's coming up. It's creeping up.
Like 10 months, guys. We're getting there.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm so ready. Let's do it.
I'm ready too, and I'm hoping I get to go again as a guardian. Hopefully, we shall see.
Hopefully, definitely apply.
Oh yes.
Zoey,
yes,
why are you on Facebook?
What?
Why are you keeping me on Facebook?
It literally just appeared on my phone. And it's like, hey, here's somebody we think you should be a friend with, and I'm like, I mean, I'm friends with her, so I'll send her a request right now.
Well, now we're Facebook friends.
Oh boy, Facebook friends.
Why are you on Facebook while we're recording the podcast?
It popped up on my phone. Okay, I was like, I'll just do this now before I forget. It literally was just 10 seconds.
Falling apart. We take 2 weeks off, and this is what happens.
It was 10 seconds of being on my phone. It was 10 seconds.
Okay, well, I think we're done here.
Thank
you guys for listening.
Yeah, thank you all so much.
Subscribe on whatever platform, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, YouTube. Give us a like, follow us on Twitter. Please come talk to us on Discord. We love you.
And we will see you guys next week. And thank you guys, Jen and Jess, for coming and being on this week. Even though, Jess, you're on every week. You have not missed a single week.
Jess is not on every week.
Sorry, I'm sorry. That's
Jess has never been on before.
I'm tired.
I've been sleep talking
this is a week I'm there.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
I've been sleep podcasting.
Jen, thank you so much for being on every week, and you've actually been on more episodes than I have.
And you're never taking that title from me. Oh god, we got to pre-record for the next couple weeks.
Yeah, we do.
Oh boy.
All right.
Well,
we'll
bye.
All right.
Bye.